Probably this is more just a fandom video for those who have read Wundersmith and just need a little place to nerd out. Please tell me you're noticing. Please tell me it's picking up all of the flaws in my face. Hello everyone, my name is May. Welcome back to me. You did it. You clicked on this video. You're back at me again. Hello. Yeah, if you're noticing that you can see all the flaws in my face, it's because hopefully this new Samsung Galaxy S8 that I have has got a better camera than Xperia Z3 that I was using. Anyway, today we are here to review one of my favorite middle grade all-time favorite stories. This is the sequel to Nevermore, Wundersmith by Jessica Townsend. I was looking at a few other people's reviews and they were pronouncing it Townsend, whereas I pronounce it Townsend. Anyway, maybe I'll just go meet her. She's on the Gold Coast somewhere. I'll just tootle down. Hello. Okay, so just to get a few things out of the way, this is definitely going to be a spoiler for everything that happens in Nevermore. I do actually have a review for Nevermore if you want to go check that out and squiz to see maybe if Nevermore is a book for you. But really, if you haven't read Nevermore, nick off and go read it, soz. Anyway, so on to just chit-chatting about this. Holy heck. Like a whole of an entire heck. This book was just so bloody fantastic. What else can I say? I don't know, I probably could end this review right there. To me, Nevermore felt like a mashup of all of the things that I love best. And it was just so fantastic, and the way it did it was just amazing. I had a slight wondering if maybe Jessica wasn't going to be able to make something that was amazingly unique if it just felt like she was coughing up lots of other stuff that's in good other literature. Which, to be fair, is fine. Like, we always just recough up other stories that we've read because that's the way it works. There's nothing new under the sun. But I was a little bit scared. Wundersmith, however, was nothing like anything I've read. It was just so cool. I think Townsend is going to become one of those amazing people like Jasper Fforde who can write a bunch of crazy, weird shit that you have no idea how any of this correlates into some kind of plot at all. And then at the end, they tie it together with a nice little neat bow, and you're left going, how did this all even come together? I feel like always the second book should be better than the first, and definitely Wundersmith was so much better than Nevermore. And I didn't think that was even possible because Nevermore was so fantastic. Wundersmith expanded in so many different directions, making the characters wider and deeper, making the world taller and broader, filling out all of the bits of history and the bits of magic that you weren't quite sure how wonder worked, and making you realize more how wonder is just this really fundamental thing. And because we're gonna cut things shorter, I'm not really gonna give much of a review of what happened in Nevermore because we all know what happened in Nevermore because we've all read it, right? Yes? Thank you. So Wundersmith opens and Morrigan is in Wonsock, and all of us are incredibly intrigued as to what Wonsock is, given we basically, throughout the entirety of Nevermore, there is not really much indication as to what is actually going to happen when she gets into Wonsock. These children are taken quite young. You realise that obviously they must be being taught something that is a fancy education that will get them somewhere. But Wonsock seems like their education is pretty broad and covers quite a lot of people in different categories. So you kind of are not exactly sure what it's going to be like when she gets there. The problem is that she turns up to the initiation and all the elders are like, you know what would be funny? Telling everyone in your unit that you're a Wundersmith. Everyone explodes because they're not very happy about the fact that she's a Wundersmith. And so Morrigan and Jupiter and Hawthorne are left to try and dig Morrigan out of the hole that she is. That was hole, not hoe. By the way, Wonsock stands for Wondrous Society, in case you didn't know that. Whiz up. Morrigan learns that there are two different schools within Wonsock. There is the Mundane School of Arts and the Arcane School of Arts. School of Arts? I think so. Really, any more of a blow-by-blow of this book I feel like will be incredibly long and just way too much fanage. So I'm just gonna jump into some bigger categories of this book. Oh my gosh. Wundersmith had me in its grasp the entire way. I was joyful when it wanted me to be joyful. I was mad and frustrated when everything was just so annoyingly unfair. Although, side note, that everything stuck to the culture and tone of Nevermore, even if things seemed unfair, it was actually just running with the nook of the way this book works. It just made all of the annoying things that much worse because they were within the culture of the book, and so there was nothing you could do about it because all of those characters were just following their natural vein. So many funny moments. Oh my god. This book was hilarious. I swear I almost wet my pants. One big blanket, the characters. Oh my goodness. This story just has this amazing ability to make each and every one of the characters so unique and just so lovable and or hateable. Each of them are just so rich and full and fleshed out that you don't know which one you love the best. I'll be saying, you're my favorite. wait a minute, I said that about the last one. Let's start with the fact that I loved the rest of Morrigan's unit and getting to know everyone. I was super frustrated at times. Getting to know all of their knacks was just awesome. Okay, I lied. I am gonna do a little bit of spoilery shit because, yeah. Seriously though, I had no idea whether Ezra Squalls was gonna turn up at all in this book. I kind of was just sitting on the edge of my seat the whole way going, is he gonna turn up? Is he gonna turn up? Is he gonna turn up? It's basically like being stood up on a date. And then he rocks up at the Museum of Stolen Moments, which by the way was like the coolest, grossest, most idea, change a ghastly market later idea ever. And shows her how to use Wonder, which as a musical person I thought was awesome because singing to bring out magic is just so cool. But then he disappears again, leaving you like, what the fuck? You're meant to be the baddie. Where are you? Come and baddify everything. So then we accidentally stray into Halloween and then he rocks up again. Your mind is having like this mental breakdown while Ezra Squall is like, I've been thinking about you a lot. Wind back and quickly look at the ghastly market. This was such a cool idea. Like, I loved the ghastly market so much. You know, I want to turn out my stomach kind of way. Like, nasty, but so cool. I really think the darkness helps to illustrate the fact that Morrigan was growing up. I actually think it's a really powerful element that it's carried over from the first book. With the first book, her having so many evils and troubles in her everyday life in the Republic, but then coming to Nevermore and feeling like she shut that all away. She left that in the Republic. But then actually, as she grows up that little bit more, realizing that evil is everywhere, it pollutes everything, even somewhere like Nevermore. Enter the ghastly market. It illustrated how much Morrigan is growing up that little bit more as a character. I loved the relationships in this book. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Totally get me started. So let's start at the bottom of the list. Cadence, oh my gosh, Cadence, you're just the best. She's so spicy, and you can tell that when she gets to a teenage, she's gonna be angsty. Well, she already is a little bit. A really wonderfully downplayed element that I loved about Cadence was the fact that you can really see her anxieties that she has, how much pain she's in every time someone doesn't see that she's there. Seeing that her knack is actually part of a mental catastrophe that seems to go on for her. Then played off beautifully with the fact that Morrigan can see her. Cadence doesn't really trust anyone because no one ever notices her, but Morrigan does, and just the growing of that is just, it's just so cute. And then Hawthorne. Oh, what a fucking legend Hawthorne is. He's such a legend. Did I mention that I like? Did I mention that I like? Did I mention that I like? Did I mention I like? Mention that I like dragons. Hawthorne is definitely one of the almost winner takers of the cake in favourite characters, although I think all of these guys probably take the cake. They're just so cool. The fact that he stands up for Morrigan so much and continues to open out the world of Nevermore with her and just include her in so much stuff, I really love. I love his loyalty and his spunk, and then meeting his family. I thought that was just this really cool little element of seeing the background of Hawthorne and why is Hawthorne the way he is. I missed not having much of Jack. I really liked the tiny little bits we got of Jack. Jack is just so cool. He's definitely one of my favourites. He and Jupiter are up at the favourites list. I just love Jack. And then probably the one who does take the cake is Jupiter North, because what a fucking legend Jupiter North is. I love that man. Oh my gosh. Jupiter is my favourite. Even though we tried to introduce Miss Cheery, but I'm sorry, just Jupiter North. He's the best. I love him. The way this entire book just wrapped itself up was just so clever. I loved it so much. I feel like I've touched on none of the super cool things in here. Like, what about the Trixie Lanes? The Trixie Lanes were just so effing cool. And the Professor Turtle's knack is just awesome. And Israfel is just awesome. The schoolmistresses, that just was so cool. I love the fact that they shared one mass but then just changed body. I love that. I left my copy of Wundersmith back home so my brothers could read it, and I'm really sad to not have it right here because I really just want to read the whole thing again. I think this video is all a little bit scrambled. If anyone ever wants to fan about this book with me, please do, because I need more people to read this book so I can fanage about it everywhere. Jessica Townsend, if you're watching this, I love you and everything you stand for. Also, can you let me know, is it Townsend or Townsend? Like, I want to know. I don't think I've done this book justice with trying to describe my love for it, but thank you so much for watching, and if you've read it, please leave your fandage in the comments below and we can just fan all over the place together. I will see you next time. Goodbye! Including the massive zit that I have. Can you spot it? Maybe we'll put this at the end so that no one notices the zit until the very end. Or maybe I'll just face this way. By Chess. This is for the fandom, not for anyone else. Okay, so wow, she's in a mood today. Yes, it was basically like you're still at the restaurant half an hour after the date's meant to have shown up, and you just not even sure anymore. Did I mention I like? Do you mention?